I am Darius, the Sugarless Crystals, your sugar-free destination of YouTube. Enjoy me. You know I'm guilt-free. Indulge. Well, today we have cream cheese cookies. Cream cheese, keto cookies, however you want to look at it. But the interesting fact, see, people have been coming to me asking me for coconut flour cookies, not just almond flour cookies. Now, I mix my almond flours, but we'll get into that. So, trust me, I hear you, I heard you, I'm listening. Cream cheese cookies made with coconut flour. Let's dive straight into it. 4 tablespoons of coconut flour. The brand I typically use is Anthony's. I think for this whole thing, I might pay like $11. This 4-pound bag for $11 is like wonderful considering I make recipes over and over again. But for someone that doesn't do it that often, like this is gonna last a very long time. 2 tablespoons of whey protein isolate, my little secret weapon to coconut flour. 4 tablespoons of sweetener. Now, I jump between monk fruit and erythritol, but you can use pretty much any granulated sweetener if you want. If you want to use pure, if you want to use swerve, it's all fine. Now, each one of those will vary as far as the end result, but it's not too much of a difference. Like, for instance, just using plain erythritol, it tends to bake down more. Monk fruit causes a bit more bulking. But as I said, it'll change the consistency a small amount, but it's not much. The biggest thing that you will get is the change in sweetness, and they all vary as far as how sweet they are. 2 teaspoons of beef gelatin powder. This is the one that I use. Now, someone commented, put that down real fast. Someone commented and they asked me, could you use regular gelatin? Now, to my knowledge, this would be what she means by a regular gelatin. And this is just a gelatin that you will find in your local grocery store. So I tested it out. Now, this I should have knew ahead of time, considering I'm a baker. I should have knew better. But anyway, I know now. Can you use it? Yes, you can. But is there a difference? Of course there is. All right, so gelatin is typically collagen. Now, beef gelatin powder is coming from the collagen of the cow because they produce beef, clearly. All right. Now, that other gelatin, I don't know where it comes from, to be honest. I don't. But this beef gelatin powder, it comes from the collagen of cows. What happens in baking when you swap those out? When you use beef gelatin powder, it will allow the dessert or the cookie to bake down. Now, when you use regular gelatin like that, if you know, that gelatin is used for jello. So what tends to happen is the cookies won't bake down. They won't get flat at all. Like, they'll just stay, you know, using my double scoop cookie method, they'll just stay in that upright position. Like, I don't know. I mean, this is me as a cookie. Yeah, it will just stay like that. So if you want to use the regular gelatin, all you gotta do is bake it down. The beef gelatin, it doesn't take much. I'll link it below for you guys, but it doesn't take much to use. But if you just want to make one of my desserts quickly, then the regular gelatin works just fine. It will, like I said, in baking, it doesn't bake down, so you'll have to press the cookie out itself, and it'll also make the crumb a little tighter. It'll actually be a bit more chewier, to be honest. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now here comes our wet mixture, where we're using 4 ounces of room temperature cream cheese, 1 tablespoon of sour cream, 3 tablespoons of butter. Now we're gonna blend all these together. Now the cream cheese and the butter need to be at room temperature, but the sour cream doesn't have to be at room temperature. It's only 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon of liquid stevia, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now if you notice in my desserts where I don't melt the butter, I put the egg in last. So you'll want to mix in the dry and the wet right now at this point. After you do that, then you add in 1 large egg. What this does is it allows the butter and the cream cheese in this instant to really mix in with the dry flour. If you add the egg in first, what that'll tend to do is it'll break the butter. It'll break the butter and like the cream cheese up into like little bitty chunks or whatever. And it'll still blend within the flour, but I just feel like it's more efficient to do it ahead of time. Now, using my double scoop keto cookie method, we're gonna scoop these out into a pan and we're gonna place them in the oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for about 12, it'll range between 12 to, let's say, 18 minutes. Ovens vary, oven temperatures will vary, but that's a nice ballpark range. You definitely wanna look for the edges to brown as far as doneness. A little light brown. They don't have to be like super golden. Well, not super golden, but like dark golden. But then again, if that's your thing, go for it. So since this is a strawberries and cream cheese cookie recipe, you need the strawberries. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take about 70 to 80 grams of strawberries with the stems cut off first before you weigh them. And I put that range because strawberries vary in size. So like I said, that 70 to 80 range, that'll work perfectly. I mean, hey, who knows, if you end up at 69, I don't see no problem with that either. But chop up your strawberries, and what you want to do is you want to mix your cream together, which will be cream cheese, sour cream, and powdered sweetener. Now you can use granulated if you want to, but I prefer powder. Powder is going to work better as far as the grittiness in it. And if you have like a nice little coffee grinder, I have a coffee grinder that I use specifically just for powdering my granulated sweeteners. And I think it's maybe like $10 at Walmart. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna toss in your strawberries. If you just eat the cream icing, it's gonna taste like cheesecake filling, to be honest. So what you want to do is you want to toss in your strawberries and you want to give it a blend. So what this is going to do is going to puree some strawberries and then it's going to leave others in whole chunks to give a nice little texture to the top of it. And the strawberry, I guess, juice that's left over, it'll impregnate the cream cheese and it'll take away a lot of that tartness to it, because strawberries are naturally bitter, so you have the tartness. It'll kind of balance each other out, and the strawberries will reign supreme and give it a nice springtime keto healthy dessert feeling, you know. So as you can see in the video, you just simply spread the icing across the top. Now the macros on the website, which is linked below, and the macros will include the cream cheese icing. You're not gonna get any better than that, than a springtime refreshing cookie of that caliber, like. And I promise you, as far as coconut flour, it's gonna blow your mind of how moist or how chewy, like just the overall texture. Because when it comes to coconut flour, most people just aren't used to something the way that I make. I've had coconut flour, you know what? And it's probably about time that I do a coconut flour review. Think so? What do you guys think? Yep. It's about time that I bring it out. But as I said, it's perfect for springtime. The icing is super, super light. It has that rich strawberry flavor going all the way through it. Then you get chunks of strawberry as well. I see no problem in it. It's no problem. It's no problem. It's no problem. That's all I got. So I'm gonna wrap it up for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. This is the sugar-free destination, and I specialize in desserts. I picked something that I was really, really good at, and I roll with it, man. I roll with it, okay? I am Darius, the Sugarless Crystals, your sugar-free destination of YouTube. I'm not a chef. I know. I'm an entertainer. Bye.